Hi, this is Sean Spence, and this is Armchair Diary, an entrepreneur's story. What I'm going to do is just tell my story. I'm going to tell a little bit every day. I'm going to tell things as they happen. I'll tell stories about things that have already happened. And, we're going to learn about each other, or at least you're going to learn about me. And you're always welcome to email me if you have any questions or thoughts at sean@betternonprofits.com. Today, I just want to introduce myself a little bit with my story of how my company, Armchair Telethon, got started. And you can go see that at armchairtelethon.com. But how did it get started? Honestly, it was in the middle of the COVID thing, and I was sitting at home like a lot of us, and I was doing work and I was doing things, but the fact is I was bored because I wasn't getting to see people and I wasn't getting to do things. And I was also feeling pretty guilty because so much of my life has been about trying to make the world a better place, and I really wasn't doing anything for anybody except for my family and myself, and a lot for myself. And I just wanted to do something. And so I spent about a week trying to figure out what that might be. What could I do that would, be something that maybe only I could do, or I was one of the few people who could do, or whatever, given my background as a fundraiser and, other stuff. I've done a lot of weird stuff. So after about a week, honestly, the idea just popped into my head. And I thought, all right, I'm going to create a virtual telethon where the money is going to go straight to the local COVID-19 effort here in Columbia, Missouri. And I spent about 2 hours figuring out if I really should do it and talking to some people and figuring out where the money should go. And we discovered that we could give it to the local community foundation of Central Missouri because they had a COVID-19 relief fund. And so we used them. And we ended up doing this event. And honestly, it was a pretty fast thing. We did it over 8 days. From the time I had the idea to the time we were done with a virtual telethon, it was 8 days. And just in case you don't know, what that means is, it's just like the Muscular Dystrophy Telethon or the Miracle Life Network Telethon that a lot of us, certainly old people like me, like a lot of us grew up with, where, for 24 hours or whatever, there were entertainers, and it might be musicians and jugglers and magicians and whatever, but they gave you a reason to watch TV. And then in the middle of all that, you would learn about the charity, and you would learn about the problem, and people would come on and explain why you should give money, and then you would call in and you would give money over the phone. You would give your credit card, or even just say you would send in a check or whatever. And in this case, we took all of that, the entertainment and the education, and threw it all up on the web and created a virtual telethon. Now, I really could not find any examples of how to do this. I looked very hard. I'm sure there were some things I missed, but there were very few truly virtual telethons happening at all. And this was really just 3 months ago from today. It's June 4th or 5th or whatever today is. Honestly, I don't know what today is. That's kind of how things are in COVID land. You don't know what today is. But anyway, there wasn't an example, so I had to create it from scratch. And I did that. I created it from scratch over 8 days. Didn't have a lot of the things like sponsors and other things that you typically would have for a fundraising event. But we got there to the day. We filled a 12-hour block of time with entertainers and cool people talking about the problem. And it was really kind of a wonderful, magical, horrible, nightmarish experience where we made about 10 billion mistakes, and there was a lot of character, and it was a lot of fun, and it was crazy, and we got through it. And at some point leading up to that, and then surviving the 12 hours of sitting in my armchair, which is where the name comes from anyway, I thought, you know what? This has a lot of value for the world, and there are a lot of people who could use this. There are a lot of nonprofit organizations out there who could use this, and even some others that are doing good things for the world that need more money, and I should do this as a business. And honestly, that's as simple as it was. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've created lots of businesses. a couple of which have done pretty well, many of which have failed miserably and probably made me look like an idiot. But I did them, and that's what I do. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and so I created Armchair Telethon, and now our goal is to do virtual telethons all over the country and to raise lots and lots of money for charity and to build a business that, you know, helps support my family and helps support other people's families and provides jobs and taxes and, you know, to support all of us. And that's what we're doing. And that's my first installment. So I hope that you've enjoyed this, hopefully not too incredibly long version, this installment of Armchair Diary, Story of an Entrepreneur. And we're going to do this every day, really, probably forever, because I'm doing it on my iPhone and I don't know if it's forever or whatever, but we're going to do it every day that we can. So come back, come see us, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Sean Spence, CEO of Armchair Telethon, and you know, have a great day.